Hey, and welcome to Chicago Beer Pass. Coming at you with another beer review. Times two,
Yeah.
because we got 2 barrels on this one.
2 barrels. Yeah, the Golde2n Barrel from Goose Island.
Yes. I came across these cans because we were up in Minnesota with Ken Huntemeter, and
Hey, honey money.
he had some of these cans, paper umbrellas we were drinking. But this is a golden ale aged in bourbon and wine barrels.
Yeah. Paper umbrellas is an underrated offering in their catalog.
Yeah.
Like low ABV, big flavor.
I was getting after that Mexican, the Cinco Mas.
The Mexican lager.
That was made with lime.
They don't unless you go hang out at the brewery, you don't really get to see like a lot of the cool stuff they're doing in the small run. In the small run, blank can with the waterproof label on it. You don't see those a lot. In the
No,
street.
yeah. Looking this up to try to find out info. Looks like a lot of people are checking in on this at the Fulton Brewery, so it's
Yeah.
there. Really no pictures of the cans yet, so maybe this is out there. He had cans, so I'm not sure what the reach of this beer is yet. But they were drinking it. They were digging it. I didn't get a chance to try it.
Man,
Whew.
it's so pleasant on the nose, man.
What?
Just kind of like,
Contains wheat, 6.6%.
yeah. It kind of feels like I'm about to dive into a wine barrel aged creek with fruit or something. That's what kind of reminds me of that. It's got that nose.
Yeah, it has that almost the like I don't want to say infection, but like that.
Like you're expecting acidity and like
Yeah, just
vinegar,
something, yeah. Wow. That's like everything you would want from if you made a Bourbon County Light, right?
Yeah. No, it's like it just kind of finishes like kind of fun and like almost like kind of like a bubblegum Belgian-y finish to it.
Yeah.
But then it's like that's weird because it's like I'm bracing myself for this huge sour burst, but then it doesn't really finish like that at all.
Because usually when you see that color, with you said that like bourbon, that barrel aged aroma, you're expecting something tart, a little funky.
That wild blossom honey, it's just kind of like it glides and it's inviting the way like dare I say like a pale ale with like aged hops kind of, right?
Yeah.
Like almost like a like the way a Belgian table beer or something would be like where it's not intentionally spicy Belgian wit, it's not intentionally like okay sour. It's just kind of even keel 4% Belgian table beer.
Yeah. Or even a lot of people, sell their beers because they're too hot or too much. This is what you want to happen. You want them to get very mellow and just like almost easy drinking with some of those barrel characters coming through more.
It's fun. It's almost like not the cream ale of the beer, but like the cream ale of the soda a little bit for me. Where it's just like I enjoy it. You know what's funny, man? Like the we were talking about cast. We went to the Castmates Dinner Revolution.
Yeah.
And they used Fist City and they seasoned the Jameson barrel with it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, give me the barrel aged Fist City.
Right.
And they were like, fuck that, we can't do that. It was whack. We threw it out. We used it for seasoning and that was it. It didn't meet our standards. But then you have something like this where it feels like it's a 6% wheat ale, and it kind of works in these 2 barrels. But to be fair, it's not a direct comparison because that was just a Irish whiskey barrel, and this is a wine and a bourbon barrel. But it's low ABV and it's a style that you don't think would go in a bourbon barrel and work.
Mm-hmm. And then complexity makes you drink it slower because my mind is thinking like, oh, wine and bourbon, this has got to be like 10%. So, you want to ease through this. 6%, you can like pound this.
That's interesting, man. Yeah, it's not what I didn't know what to expect, and I'm just kind of like, I'm excited that this exists.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm glad I didn't try it beforehand. They were going after it, and I was like, oh, there's a couple cans left. I'm gonna grab a few for us to try.
Yeah, for a lot of people who don't really understand, like I don't know why I keep going back to Belgian sour, but I don't know. It would be like a softer interpretation of like a barrel aged small wild ale. I don't know why. That's why it tastes to me.
There was a time I went to Publican, and when Michael McAvena was there, they were blending some of their own, like they were doing some of their own like blends and stuff. And it kind of reminds me of that a little. Like there's something so unique about this. Like it's very unique. I'm kind of speechless on it. Like
yeah, I don't think there's any adjuncts in it. You're just kind of letting the barrel talk, which is kind of fun. But it's 6.5%.
Right. So it says it's a golden ale aged in a mix of bourbon and wine barrels. They were inspired by a Greek philosopher. Contains wheat, unfiltered. 6.6%. Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that rolls off in these cans, it just kind of comes and goes. This is something where it's just like we're having a different kind of conversation about what comes out of Fulton.
Yeah, and like if you've listened to the podcast, we joke or I don't know, just poke fun at Goose Island because they are, we are friends with so many people, and they are the Goliath in the thing.
They were the first ones to make the shift.
Yeah.
Right, move all their production to a big national conglomerate. But then, it's not checkers, it's chess. So a lot of the stuff that rolls out of here is kind of stuff that Chicago still gets excited about. Chicago still stands outside and, in the worst conditions to get some of their stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's an interesting crew.
Like I enjoy drinking their beer, seeing what they have to offer, because it is exciting to see what they can do, especially with the pocketbook too, that maybe someone else can't do.
Yeah, I want to say the 13th year of Bourbon County, right? I could be wrong. I think 13 plus years of Bourbon County, right?
That's it, right?
Well, no, that puts us at early 2000s.
That would be 2006. No.
The crew is over 30 years old.
Yeah, because they're about to celebrate the 88 class of 88. Yeah.
So, they're the reason. They're the reason why there's 62 breweries in this town. Because like after Prohibition.
Well, and most of the brewers came from Goose that are in Chicago.
So there's two things you need to know about Goose. After Prohibition, it was the first crew that opened in 1988. Right?
Yeah.
And then in this modern era of craft brewing, there's a huge portion of brewers that started their own breweries that used to work at Goose.
Yeah.
And that's in Chicagoland, period. Yeah. And then there's Bourbon County. Then we don't even talk about Bourbon County. But yeah, I mean, it's a sentimental place. Even like on a basic level, like for Great American Beer Fest every year, they go collect all the beers from all the brewers that are for competition. They drive them out to Denver. A lot of people come out to Goose and want to understand, quality control, want to understand what it's like to brew on a gigantic system. Like a lot of they host a lot of these breweries in town when it's time for them to like make that leap. Yeah. I'm looking outside the studio, wondering who that is.
I don't know. They're coming at us with some fun beers here in Chicago. Like, yeah, we mentioned the Paper Umbrellas, the Cinco Mas, this beer,
the
Dry Hop 312.
Yeah, and what was the Cinnamon Toast Crunch beer?
Oh yeah, Palate.
Oh yeah, Lost Palate.
Lost Palate. Like,
yeah,
I don't
even the Obadiah Poundage, which was a barrel-aged Brett Porter from 19th century London. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. I honestly don't know how far these beers go. It's hard. That's something that, we can't judge on. Like, they're made here. Are they made super large scale, and you can get them in like I don't know, Fresno.
I'm curious. Goose Island 312 block party's coming up. Mm-hmm. The one in Philly had Run the Jewels at it.
Okay. Yeah, they were just. Ken was posting that on Snapchat.
With
not Snapchat, on Instagram.
Run the Jewels pancakes. We're not getting Run the Jewels here. Shame on you, Goose Island.
That's coming up in what, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
I fucked up last time. I got there late, wait in line, they shut the gates.
Yeah. It's the full portfolio is on display, and there's only 2 times that happens. Prop Day is one, but that's in late November. Yeah. But then this block party. Block party, I think, is the best party because everything is on display.
Right.
So, yeah.
We should just get there at the open, record the whole thing from start to finish, see how it goes. Vlog it. Vlog style it.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know. If you see this beer, if you see the Golden with the barrel, pick this up. If it's on tap, if you can go to the brew pub and get it, if you see it in cans, this beer is kind of maybe in my top beers of this year.
Yeah, dare I say an experimental golden ale from the experimental barrel aged golden ale from the Goose Island.
I don't know. Before we cry about this beer, we gotta get out of here. All right, take care.
Cheers.